Ben J.
Ben J. Okay, I want to start.
Oh my God, not so fast, baby.
Take a
Hit
minute,
me.
sweetie. That's Jared's new one because he still doesn't
Take
know
a
what
minute,
it's called.
sweetie. Give the listener context.
Okay, so we're referring to was it episode 3 or episode 4? One of those.
One of those.
Called Not So Fast Baby, because Jared thought that Las Culturistas, I Don't Think So Honey, was called Not So Fast Baby. And so then earlier this week, I was like, your cute little quote is the title of our episode that just came out. And he was like, wait, I still don't remember what it's called. And I was like, please tell me what you think it's called. And he goes, he thought so hard and for so long. And he was like, take a minute, sweetie. Nope. It's still, I don't think so, honey.
It's like a never-ending bit. You just can never tell him. And I believe in him enough to know that he's never going to look himself.
He's never going to look, yeah. But I feel like I need to address why I look so pretty. I had literally the best girly day of my life, dude.
Walk us through it. Give us the girly day menu.
I had the best girly day of my life because did I tell you this? I made the like low-key insane decision to do my own makeup for my wedding.
Yeah, you did.
So
I think that's a good idea, though, because I know you. I just don't think you're going to be happy with anybody else's touch. Like, I just don't think anyone knows your face better than you.
Exactly.
You are like one concealer swipe away from a Mentee B, and I don't want that to happen on your wedding day. Like,
I agree. But it's August, and my wedding is in almost exactly 2 months. So that gives me plenty of time to do like trials with myself. Today was the day. I've been doing so much like searching on TikTok. I talked to ChatGPT. Sorry. I needed to know what the NARS equivalent was to Fenty 410. And the cool thing is, Jami, this is like, oh my God, it was like a little girl's fucking dream. Like I was just like a little girl in a fucking toy store because my budget for makeup for the wedding was $1,000, which is so much. The reason why it was so much was because I was considering flying up one of the makeup artists that I worked with in LA. And then I was just like, no, there's just like too many moving parts. That's too stressful. Then I did a bridal makeup trial with a local makeup artist here in Sacramento. Left in tears because I looked like a clown, and all of the other fucking like professional makeup artists are white women with no person of color representation. Not all of them, but the ones that I found. Like I've been searching for a long time to the point where I just got tired. So I had a really hard time finding a black makeup artist in the Sacramento area that was doing what I wanted. So I went back and forth. I cried a lot of tears, but I decided like that's a lot of fucking money and I could do some damage in Sephora with this money. Period. And I went in today with like essentially no budget. I mean, I had a budget, but like I walked in and I just spent 2 hours like trying stuff out, and like it was so much fucking fun. I spent about $600. So I actually made $400. And
girl math. That's girl math.
But like, you know me, like, you know that my makeup routine is like very quick, very easy. So I have a lot of like really fancy shit now. Like I have like Patrick Ta and like, but I used like NARS foundation for the first time. I'm usually a Fenty girl. So I tried a lot of new stuff, and this is just my first pass at my new makeup. So
you're like, listen, I know this is just like a first trial, but I'm literally so fucking beautiful right now.
It's a really good first trial.
Hey, here's the thing. At this stage, you can literally go on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram Reels, whatever, and learn how to be a fucking makeup artist at home. And I'm like, I think knowing you, like, if your makeup was not how you want it on your wedding day, and this would be me too, like the crash out is coming, you know?
Oh, no shot.
And at that point, cancel the wedding. At that point, take your liberty to be a fiance for a couple months longer. The worst thing that happens is that you're a fiance for longer than intended. That's the worst case scenario. Like, yeah, like, oh no.
Not to jump right into my straight white man quote of the week, but I was telling Jared about the gay guy who was helping me at Sephora, and he was like,
oh no.
I swear to God, Jared's liberal.
Oh like, no, where the fuck is this going?
No, it was just so, he was like, wow, you have to be really gay to be a Sephora gay.
Like, and you know what, Jared? You fucking wish you could be that gay.
I wish he could be that gay. I told him that I wouldn't marry him if he's never kissed a man. Like, how do you know?
Like, I'm not going to date you if you're not a little gay, you know? Like, and as a theater kid, like, if you were ever a theater kid and you had a crush on like the one straight man, in your acting class or, you know, like production, you
The
know,
lead of the
at Buffalo
musical.
Grove Park District, the lead of the musical. I think if you have that sort of background, it's like whatever man you marry has to be like a little flimsy, I think.
They
And
have to have
so
explored.
Robbie Hoffman has this joke, so it's not mine, but I was dying laughing because there's no one more into sports than Kevin, other than maybe Jared. Robbie Hoffman is right that it is the gayest thing ever to be that obsessed with other men basically
Hundo P.
groping each other for money. Like,
Hundo P.
yeah,
Football
so
is
I'm
the
like,
gayest.
which brings me to my next fucking point. I have been watching war movies with Keviana
Oh.
Grande, okay? Because no, like this man loves like a sequence. He's like, we're gonna see the Odyssey. Sounds like we have to watch Troy from 2004 and
God.
really build up the Roman Empire. And I said,
God.
oh, are you one of those dudes that like thinks about the Roman Empire? And he was like, yes. So we start watching Troy from 2012, which by the way, star-studded, like Brad Pitt, Rose Byrne.
I've never even heard of this.
Diane Kruger. Obviously you haven't fucking heard of it because it's a war movie. It's literally swords on swords on swords. It's for boys.
2012?
No, 2004, Brittany. 2004.
2004. Jeez,
Yeah,
I was
like
11.
Orlando.
I was watching Bridge to
right.
Terabithia.
The entire premise, because it's like, it's kind of like a prelude. It's like all of these gods and their stories, whatever. And the whole premise before war broke out is because Diane Kruger's character cheats on her literally fucking heinous husband that she was forced to marry, who's 30 plus years older than her. She's like, I actually think I like Orlando Bloom because he's like low-key kind of hot and more my age. And like, you know, I just kind of like him. Okay.
He's more my target audience.
Yeah. But like this guy who was like a king or whatever was like, no bitch, like you're married to me. And like women, you know, didn't have a voice in old Greek mythology. And
or
ever. Yeah, still. And so anyway, so war movies. So the whole premise of this is that she is like, I'm kind of in love with this guy who's like my own age and like somebody I chose with my own free will, God forbid. And this guy is like, you know what? There's only one solution. I'm just gonna kill the man that you want to be with. That's what they think. They're like, okay. And I'm like,
mean, if Jared...
No, Brittany. I said no because I swear to God, yeah, no, for sure. But I swear to God, I go, it's unbelievable to me that we're like, let's give men the voice over women because men are like, well, I'm just gonna grab a sword and just gonna fucking cut your head off, dude, because like that's my girl. Brute force. I'm kind of feeling anger not only towards like the fact that men want to do this as like the first order of business in solving a problem. They're like, no talking, let's just like kill each other over it. Because I'm like, imagine it was like a team of women on both sides. We'd be like, okay, I can think of like a million ways we can work this out, dude. I'm so sorry. Like I understand. Like I probably like fucking your husband sucks. I totally get it. Like,
but we would be crafty about it. We wouldn't
fucking crafty
on a fucking field. First of all, we wouldn't be outside.
We would be strategic.
We'd be strategic.
We would be strategic.
It would happen when you never saw it coming. Like, what do you mean they're charging at each other? Like, you'd never see my shit coming. See, this is why the women were good at like poisoning. That's how you're smart about it.
Right, exactly. So I was just getting angry not only at like this horrible means of problem solving, but then I was kind of angry at Kevin just by virtue of like being close to this species. And then I got like doubly angry at him because I'm like, you are bringing me along on this journey as a 32-year-old and you're 35. Like you're choosing to make me watch this with you.
That's so funny because Jared felt the same way about me forcing him to listen to the Jonas Brothers. He said the exact same thing.
He's not wrong.
Because I was like, we were going through like our wedding like cocktail hour playlist, and I had so many Jonas Brothers songs that like when I was like 14, like I wanted these songs to be at my wedding, and I was like, okay, like I'm gonna play these for you, and you tell me which ones like you're cool with having at the wedding. And like I'm listening to these, I'm 14 again, I'm 11 again, I'm a child again. He's listening to these as a 3-year-old man. And
Yep.
it's like Nick Jonas's teen voice. It's like, there's a song, Just Friends, where he's just like, there she goes again.
Yeah, you don't have to tell me what the lyrics are. Just like the like vomiting sensation of Nick Jonas
And I'm
before he
like,
says something. Yeah.
exactly. And I'm like
Yeah.
weeping because I'm like, we were just friends before we got together, just like in this song. And Jared's like, turn this the fuck off. He's like, I'm not listening to this with your like childhood nostalgia eyes. I'm listening to this as a man who's being assaulted.
He's like, I'm actually fully a victim right now.
No, he
And
fully felt like a victim.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna bring us back to a really controversial point. Blame the victim. You're marrying Brittany Bardwell.
He knew exactly
You
what
fucking
the
knew
fuck
what
he was
you were
getting
getting
into.
into. I'm sorry, but like you could be a victim in this, but it is your fault.
He knew exactly what the fuck he was getting into. But you know
Yeah.
what's been really cute about it is that I took him to his first Jonas Brothers concert. It was my 13th. But I took him to his first Jonas Brothers concert like a couple months ago. And he was a trooper. And he was like, yep, I'm here in support of my fiance. But he really loved Kevin Jonas's song Changing. Like Kevin finally has his own music. And he was like,
he
that was
does?
yeah, he has like 2 singles out now. And
so
Jared was
proud of
like, well,
him.
that was the best part of the whole show. And he's been listening to Kevin Jonas's song every single day.
Dude, that's some like full circle lemonade for Kevin Jonas and Kevin Jonas only.
No, I know.
Like
No, I
for
know.
you to even have somebody leave and be like, dude, I don't give a fuck about the other 2 brothers, but Kevin Jonas rocked my world. Like he has been waiting his whole life to hear that.
Jared is a Kevin girl now, and I love it. I absolutely love it.
Yeah. So anyway, we're gonna see the Odyssey tonight.
Oh, fun.
Here's the thing about that is that as long as we're at a movie theater and I have a large popcorn with movie theater butter and fucking heaps of salt, I don't care what the fuck is in front of me. Okay? I don't give an absolute damn. My thing is like Zendaya is in the Odyssey, and so it feels like, okay, if I'm a woman and I'm going to see something where Zendaya is on my screen, then I don't feel victimized.
That is so real.
Oh, we didn't even tell them. Should we tell them the truth about this episode? Dude.
Sure.
Is it like I feel like we owe it to them, but
we owe it to our 5 listeners on Spotify to be honest about this episode.
We recorded this episode last week and
a few days ago.
Every couple like minutes, I feel like one of us was interjecting, being like, I don't know if this is hitting. Because
you're like, I think I hate this. I think I hate this episode.
Yeah. Like I would say something and I'd look at like your lack of a reaction and I'm like, first of all, Brittany's PMSing, so it's harder to get the laugh. Yeah.
No, I was PMSing so hard that I was just like not even present. And like, yeah, we kept being like, is this funny? And I was like, oh, it's fine. It'll be fine. It's made in the edit. It's made in the edit. And then I go to edit it and I was like, hey, this actually isn't funny at all.
You're like, this is actually really depressing.
I was like, hey, this actually sucks.
Didn't we talked about how you were like, oh, like I'm down to die early. Like
that wasn't even about PMS. Like that's just how I feel about life in general.
Yeah,
but
I'll never get that.
I just want to die at 69. It would be so funny. I don't want to see myself.
Like for the plot.
For the plot, yeah. Okay, I wanted to talk about, I was thinking about, do you know the sunk cost fallacy?
Is this like an economics term? Because I know that the term exists, but I couldn't tell you like what it is.
But I feel like it also can be used like in just like life. So it's like, yeah, like financially, it's like, oh, I've already put so much money into this. Like I have to just keep going because I'll have lost so much money. Do you feel that way about your acting career? Because I think that I might feel that way. Like I've had that thought before where I was like, am I doing this still because I like want to do this? Or because I've already committed too much of my goddamn, like I've lost my 20s to the pursuit of my dreams and we can't stop now.
I think about that with social media often, where I'm like, it would be crazy. Like, part of the reason that I keep going is because I'm so angry that I was early and still not as successful as I want to be, that I'm like, oh, I'll prove myself for the rest of my life if I have to. Like, literally, and like half the time, I'm like, I don't even want to be here, but like I need to prove that like I was here first, so I have to stay here for the rest of my life.
It's like a weird balance because obviously like I wouldn't be pursuing a career in the entertainment industry like as an actor specifically if it wasn't what I wanted. So like
Yeah.
point blank period, it's the career that I want to have. But at the
Same.
same time, I'm like, for example, I had an audition for a guest star on like a pilot, like a random like pilot. We were joking because I was like, oh, this shoots while I'm supposed to be in Italy, so I'm probably gonna book it. I don't think I'm gonna book it. But I was like, oh, am I going to cancel my trip to Italy for this guest star on a pilot that hasn't been picked up yet? Like,
No, you were like genuinely upset.
yeah, and that's why my audition was so good because I didn't want to book it.
Oh, it was brilliant. It was fucking brilliant.
The ease was through the roof.
Through
but I'm
the
just
roof.
like, and the answer was yes. The answer is yes, I would cancel my trip to Italy for this guest star on this pilot for a show that hasn't been picked up yet because I've worked so hard. I've come so far. And it's like, if an opportunity presents itself, I literally cannot say no. We're not at the place in our careers where we can like really be picky choosy. It's like, if something comes up, like we kind of have to take it. What's your lemon of the week?
My limoncello.
Limon?
Yeah, when life gives you lemons, honestly, make limoncello. Wait, why did we not call this podcast limoncello?
Because we're not Italian, but I will be drinking a lot of limoncello in Italy.
Well, maybe. Maybe.
Or I'll be on set. One of
or
the
you'll
two.
be on set. But I will say the reality behind that entire thing is like sometimes I do get afraid of like how much I'm not really willing to bend over backwards as much for things that I used to be super desperate for in my 20s. Obviously, the desperation serves you and the boundaries serve you too. But like, I also sometimes miss the feeling of being so like, I don't know, not desperate for something, but
I miss the time where I had nothing to lose.
Yeah, yes, that. No, that. The second I moved into my own apartment with a rent that is astronomically higher than I'm used to paying, I now have to like pay bills I didn't have before, my own insurance.
It was like throughout my 20s, I had multiple shitty jobs that were barely keeping me alive. For the most part, no partner and like a shitty apartment that I would have been happy to. Like everything. Oh, you know what it is? Booking an acting job, booking any acting job would have been an upgrade, would have always been an upgrade. And I think we're at a place in our lives now where there only certain acting jobs will upgrade our life. Like in terms, so it's no longer, holy shit. I feel like I just had like a realization where it's like, we still want the same things that we want, but will it make our lives better? That is actually not as guaranteed as it was before.
Yeah, it's like me and Natalie, like
Natalie Linez from Ground Up Pod.
Yeah, we'll often refer to like the 2019 to maybe 2022 period as like the glory days.
Oh my God, it's when I peaked.
Yeah, it's when I peaked too. But I'm like, I miss sometimes the anticipation, anxiety, the nerves, the like excitement around, oh my God, like my life could change in an instant. Like I don't really feel as much of that anymore, but that's not funny and this is a comedy podcast. So let's get back to the lemon of the week. Okay, I think last week we talked about my like lore with sororities. I transferred from Iowa to U of I.
I had friends from Los Angeles. Your school has no gymnastics team. This is the last resort.
I don't know what that's from.
What? It's from Bring It On.
Oh, I was never a Bring It On girly.
How are we friends? Okay, continue. You transferred.
I mean, there's a lot of things. Like you were Jonas Brothers. I was definitely more like, I was like ironically more like angsty and sort of deeply depressed. So we kind of switched spaces.
No, Jonas Brothers were the outlier for me. I was listening to like metal and screamo and like Papa Roach, Last Resort on repeat.
Do you remember the song? I thought I was the baddest fucking bitch. I would blast this in my car leaving my job at Abercrombie Kids. Sail by AWOL Nation.
Jami!
Sail! Sail!
I thought it was the best song ever written. I thought it was so
cool.
I thought I was so cool. I thought it was so hot. I would walk in slow motion to it through the mall from my job at Abercrombie. Blame it on my ADD, baby.
I thought I was
Holy fuck, I
hard.
forgot. I thought I was so
Dude.
hard. That unlocked a memory.
Okay, so
I was a big Bless the Fall girl. Like, that was one of my first, I was in a mosh pit at a Bless the Fall concert, and my glasses got broken, and I can't see without my glasses, so I was just blind the whole night.
that feels so out of character for you to be in a mosh pit and not have a fucking panic attack.
I mean, I was a depressed kid.
So anyway, so in college, there was this one girl, and we were in advertising together. We were both advertising majors. And like, I actually genuinely to this day do not know what happened for her to turn so 180 on me. Cause like, I didn't ever really get the vibe that anyone was like, Jami Alex, like love her, you know? But I definitely didn't get the vibe of like, hate her, right? I was really confused because this girl would get drunk and like I became her fucking villain. Like we went to war circa Troy 2004. And our first battle was in the girls' bathroom at Red Lion. Listen, she was correct to be like a little bit annoyed with me. I skipped the line and I went to the bathroom first because I was like, either I pee in my pants right now or
I hate that feeling.
Exactly. So then like it escalated to where she saw me and she starts banging on the door being like, you're such a fake bitch, like whatever. I can't stress to you enough, like this was not a friend. It was like we were just in the same sorority. We were just in the same major. We were like acquaintances. So I don't know what the fuck went on. Anyway, I moved to LA, okay? And like there is this other guy that was like that was an ad major too. And like the two of them are friends. And I only have their numbers because of group projects, which like I was not like the person you wanted to be in a group project with. I was like, you know what? I have better things to do. So just throw my name on it. Just kidding. That's the worst. Okay. I'm not an academic scholar, right? I'm an actress. I'm a blogger. I'm meant for the spotlight. This is incredibly hateable. So and honestly, I'm realizing like in this moment, I'm like kind of on her side. Like I would hate me too. Anyway, so I'm in LA. It's 12 a.m., which means 2 a.m. Chicago time. And I get a random call from the guy that was in our little like one or two group projects together. And I'm like, why is he calling me at 2 a.m. Chicago time? A. B. Why is he calling me? Like we don't speak. We're not friends.
Heck?
And I'm like, hello? And it's this little bitch's voice on the other end being like, Jami Singer, you fake blogger bitch. And I was like,
early 2000s, like.
No. It was my first moment where I was like, any publicity is good publicity, right? I'm like,
you're like,
okay,
I love that you're still thinking about me.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, sounds like I have a fan. First of all, the lemonade is that she prepped me for any Reddit hate I would ever get in the future, for any horrible comments. Like, not many people have the fucking goal. Like, so many people leave comments, right? But I'm like, what a fucking baller move to like not be behind your keyboard, not be a keyboard warrior. Just call the girl you fucking hate and be like, you're such a fake bitch. Like, that is some mad respect, dude. I can't even be mad. Like this whole time I was like feeling victimized by her, but like, you know what? Like, I wish more people were like her. I wish more haters were like her. Fucking have the courage to say it. If you can't say it in my face, call me at 2 a.m. Get that drunk courage.
Give me a call.
Anyway, I blocked her after that. And I was like, you know, it's a little bit satisfying to know that like I am so far past it now, like to the point of actually being more on her side than I am my own. But it does tickle my fancy to know that anytime she wants to like check in on my profile, she does need to do it from a separate account. There's like this added layer. You just have to know that you're going out of your way to see what I'm up to. And for me, that feels like enough of a punishment. Anyway, Samantha, I hope you're doing well. And
it's giving Thank You, Amy by Taylor Swift. I mean,
and you know what? She was right. Like, fake it till you make it. I was a fake blogger, bitch.
You were like, I did fake it.
I did fake it. It worked. To whatever extent.
It.
I'm a very confusing person. Like, the ego is totally there, but I'm also incredibly wholesome. Like, I get it. You're confused. You're really confused. You're like, who is this cunt? And why is she so wholesome sometimes? And also, like, deeply, deeply vain. other times.
That's how I feel about myself sometimes, where I'm just like, how am I so obsessed with myself, but also convinced nobody is obsessed with me?
Exactly.
And it's because it's true.
I just think if we both try to like a little less, we'd probably be happier, but that's just not in our DNA. Anyway, continue.
I feel like I had to overcorrect. Like, I was too unhappy. That's why I was so depressed. Like, I felt like I was so overlooked for the longest because I wasn't like making myself known. Do you want to know? Sorry, this is a tangent, but do you want to know something that stuck with me of this
Yeah.
like girl in middle school? I'll never forget. I was this
Say
quiet
her
little mousy
fucking
bitch.
name. Say her.
No, we love her.
Oh.
You came ready to fight somebody today.
Yeah, meanwhile, I'm like, why are men so fucking aggressive? And I'm like, say her fucking name, bitch.
Say her fucking
Out
name.
her.
Let's fucking get her. Quick, tiny tangent, and then I'll move on. I remember this girl in middle school. Her name was Taylor with an ER. So that was like really cool.
Ahead of her time.
Ahead of her time. I was this tiny little mousy quiet person. And I was like, you know, nobody liked me. But she was so cool and like everybody loved her. She was like the cool girl, always wore like skater stuff. And I remember one time I was like sitting at a table. I had a couple of friends. I'd finally gotten a couple of friends. And they were like Taylor and Jason. And so it was like literally Jami, it was like a high school movie, but it was middle school. She's sitting, it was like those benches where it's like the table and the bench. She's sitting like up on the table because she was cool. And then like all these other girls were sitting, like we're all sitting like down. And I'm like at the end, like one ass cheek on the bench, but I was there. Like there was like a bunch of people talking. She said something and then everybody like stopped and listened and like laughed or whatever. And then went back on their way. And I don't know what possessed me to say this to her. It's so fucking sad. I literally like got her attention and I was like, Taylor, how do you get people to listen to you?
I actually like that you said that.
Yeah. I was like, how do you get people
to endearing?
Yeah, I wanted to learn because I was like so mesmerized by the fact that she could command a group of people. She could command a room. Like when she spoke, people listened. And I was like, that's who I want to be. So literally it was like, let me gather the intel. And so I was like, Taylor, how do you get people to listen to you? And she just goes, I don't know. I'm just loud, I guess. Like she was just like dude, the most cool girl answer ever, by the way.
Yeah.
But then I was like, okay, like I'm like taking notes. I'm like, be loud, I guess. And I just feel like that's
not be loud, I guess. No.
And to this day, I kind of feel like that's something that I've just like decided I'm going to like claim in my life is like, I don't really give a fuck if like people think that I'm too loud. I don't give a fuck if people think that I'm too much. I used to be not nearly enough. If I don't want to feel invisible, I need to make myself seen. And if it rubs people the wrong way, then it rubs people the wrong way. But I'm just going to be loud, I guess.
Dude, I love the I guess at the end of that. That's just be loud, I guess.
Just be loud, I guess.
Here's the thing, like but it's always those people. It's because like what sucks is immediately you're separating the overthinker from like the extremely present person because you're like sitting at the table and you're like, okay, so there's got to be like strategic equation to how to get the room to listen to you. And like, you know her, she's just like, you have asked her that question and she's like, oh, I wasn't even thinking about that.
She wasn't even thinking about it.
She wasn't even thinking about that. I do love that story though.
Me too. I hope she's doing well. Okay, my limit of the week is about the time that I thought I got recognized.
Yeah, let's walk through it.
As we've previously established, I used to work at the Yard House. And I one time was waiting this like giant party with one of my coworkers. And there were like, I don't know, 30 something people. So I like get everybody's drinks and I go back to the computer and I'm like putting everything in. And he comes up to me, my coworker, and he was like, hey, were you on some show called Boom Bitch? And I was like, yeah, I was. Why? And he was like, oh, somebody at the table was asking. They like said they recognized you. And I was like, oh,
it's time.
It's happened. This is the moment I've been waiting for.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So I finished putting all the drinks in and we just like filled their waters, but I like grabbed the water pitcher. I'm like, I'm going to go refill these waters. He didn't tell me like
it spills all over the table. I'm going to fucking refill it. Yeah.
I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to go refill these waters. The waters are full, mind you.
No, but you're like, I'm up for the challenge.
Yeah. So I go back to this table of 30. Everyone's like having their own conversations and I'm like filling the waters very slowly. Just like giving it, like kind of making eye contact with everybody. And then I finally get around to the end of the table and a couple of the people like are whispering, and then they look at me, and then they are whispering and they look at me, and I'm like, oh my God, this is happening. And so
Time.
I like I'm like almost overflowing their water. And then and they're like, hey, weren't you in Boo Bitch? And I was like, yes, I was. Oh my God. Thank you so much for your like saying something.
Thank you so much.
Because
Because I was such a little amount of screen time that the fact that you even clocked me.
No, that's why I was like, I'm shocked you like would recognize me. And they go, oh, do you remember us? And I was like, I don't think that that's how the TV works. I can't see you through the TV. They're like, oh, we worked with you. We were the health and safety team. It's like, cool. Hi.
I'm shocked you didn't overflow their water at that point.
I was so fucking embarrassed because of how high my hopes had gotten that this was the moment that I was finally being recognized for being on TV. Which I say finally, I think that was my second or third credit ever. So like, I don't even
No,
like.
but I also love that they asked if you recognize them because let's be so fair. Like everyone was wearing masks. So unless you recognized the hair color and eye combination, like you would have been
it was COVID times.
A fucking detective. Yeah.
So that was the lemon. I feel like the lemonade, this is a stretch.
Okay.
This is a real fucking stretch, but you know what? Whatever.
But we're flexible.
To me, the lemonade is that because of that, the one time that I did get recognized from something was like so hilarious because I was in a Chick-fil-A on my way to a G-Flip concert with my friend, and I'm dressed.
Not many people get to say that. Not many people get to say that.
Wait, that actually is like really disrespectful of me to go to Chick-fil-A before a G-Flip concert.
Wait, low key, what the fuck are you thinking?
I'm actually going to another G-Flip concert in like a week and a half.
I cannot believe you went to Chick-fil-A.
In my defense, I was running late and I had we hadn't eaten, and it was like the only thing that we could get to in time.
It's not me you have to apologize to, it's G-Flip.
I apologize to G. I swear I'm never going to do that again. I don't eat at Chick-fil-A anymore. It was literally just utility. It was just sustenance, I swear.
That's what they all say. Anyway.
I'm in a restaurant before the G-Flip concert. And I am dressed so fucking slutty too, because I was like, I'm about to go see G. Like, I want to look hot for them. This guy who looks like maybe 20 comes up to me and he was like, hey, are you on Nickelodeon? And now here's the thing. I had just shot the Thundermans movie, and so it hadn't come out yet.
It wasn't out? Oh, okay.
It hadn't come out yet. So because of what had happened the first time I thought I was recognized, I was like, oh yeah, did you work on the movie? He goes, I was like, oh, were you
20?
I literally was like, yeah, were you like on the like crew or something? And he was like, what? I was like, you worked on the movie. And he was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Weren't you the golf girl in the really loud house? And I was like, oh my God, yes. And I was like, wait, I'm actually being recognized.
I love that, dude. I'm obsessed with that.
I ruined the experience.
You're like, what, dude? Like, just tell me, like, what did you do?
Yeah, we were coworkers. Yeah. But,
yeah.
And he's like, no, can I take a picture with you? Like, I'm so excited. I was like, oh my God, yeah. And also, I'm really like sweet. In the sluttiest top, like, and I was like, oh my God, this photo is somewhere on the internet, and I feel like I look crazy. But
wait, that's actually really cute, though. That's wholesome.
And that's the lemonade.
And that's the lemonade.
Love you.
Love you.